What do conference organizers and Fortune 500 brands have in common? Right now, it's that they're all discovering that pickleball isn't just a sport, it's a networking and engagement goldmine. So while everybody else is still relying on selfie booths and coffee stations and boozy happy hours, smart event organizers are creating super authentic connections through something as simple as this yellow wiffle ball. And so I'm going to walk you through 5 specific reasons why pickleball is becoming a secret weapon of modern events and the future of events. And more importantly, like how and why you can use pickleball to transform your own conferences, your own trade shows, and your own corporate gatherings. And so, reason number one is space efficiency. And so, pickleball is phenomenally small. And by being small, that means that you can set it up in lots of places. And so, at its maximum, when you think about a full regulation court with the right amount of regulation out of bounds space, the maximum footprint is 30 feet by 60 feet. If you just need the playing area and you don't need the out of bounds space, which happens quite often, then the court can be as small as 20 feet by 44 feet. But what's beautiful about pickleball, and specifically the way that we approach a lot of these, is you can go even smaller. We can bring in what we call a dink court, which is a very small court that can be set up more in a trade show booth area as opposed to a big activation. And so a lot of these courts allow us to shape them, if you will, to fit any type of space that is needed. And so pickleball fundamentally is a net and some paddles, and again, this wiffle ball. And so if you have those, you're good and people can have fun. Reason number 2, total inclusivity and accessibility. So pickleball right now is largely the most accessible game on earth, probably the most accessible game or sport or activity ever created. Whether you've picked up a paddle or played a sport in your life, all the way up to professional and past professional athletes can play this game. And even better than that, it's multi-generational. And so you might find that there's a 16-year-old or even a 10-year-old on the court with a 75-year-old at the same time, enjoying themselves in the same way, getting health benefits in the same way, engaging in the same way. And so not only is it accessible for all ages and skill levels, it's so multi-generational in nature. And from an inclusivity standpoint, there are rules to pickleball. And if you know pickleball, you know that there's a couple rules that take a minute to understand. But in most cases, certainly at your conferences and events, the rules don't have to matter. We find ourselves teaching people pretty consistently. Probably 40 to 50% of the people that come up want to learn the rules for the first time and have never played before. But that's okay, because even if they don't have time to get a total understanding of it, they can get out on the court with their friends and whack this ball around for 10 minutes and have the time of their life and let their hair down and get a little sweat before they go on to their next session. And that piece kind of leads me to reason number 3 that pickleball is a booming secret weapon at events, is because the game duration is short. Even if we were playing competitive pickleball games where the points mattered and we scored everything, the average game is about 13 minutes. And so people can come by the booth or the trade show activation and come by the pickleball court, and they can get a quick game or they can get a quick introduction. They can take some photos to share on social media, and they can still have time to either go visit other booths in the exhibit hall or go to their next session or to the keynote that's coming up or whatever is on their schedule that they need to be at that day. We make a concerted effort to not compete with what's going on at the trade show. We want to be complementary to everything going on, because most people do not have huge time commitments to spend playing pickleball, and so we try to adapt to that. Now, I will note that some of our clients and some of the events that we have done and are happening across the country have tournaments. They've asked us to host tournaments and organize tournaments, and that can be done and they can be successful. But again, it needs special planning because of those time commitments, and we really need to make sure that we work around the existing programming schedule. And so that's reason number 3. The game duration is typically short and perfect for a trade show. So we have space efficiency, number 1, total inclusivity across age and skill levels, number 2, and a pretty quick game, reason 3. But reason number 4, there's an extremely high engagement and networking value. And so think with me about traditional trade show interactions, maybe a quick handshake, an exchange of business cards, maybe you get a massage or some coffee, and that's the extent of the interaction. Maybe the the matcha latte has like the logo on top of it, and you say, "Oh, that's cool," before you put your coffee on and down the hatch, or sorry, put your lid on and down the hatch. And so compare that and maybe a brief product demo. Compare that to 15 minutes of doubles play with maybe a colleague, maybe a friend, maybe a family member that's come with you, but maybe somebody they've never met before. Highly likely somebody they've never met before on the court that they're meeting for the first time. And you're strategizing, you're collaborating, you're trying to win, but it's not that serious. You're celebrating good shots and high fiving, and you're naturally building a relationship. You're building rapport with people. You know, it's highly common for us to see four players gather on the court that have never met before, and at the end of the game they all exchange contact information and they all talk about coming back and playing later, and or going and doing something else like dinner or drinks or coffee or breakfast or something else at the event later on that week. It is literally a networking and engagement magnet. And so, which one of those interactions do you think leads to like better business relationships, a better perception of your event, and a better overall attendee experience? I think pickleball. And further from that, as I've mentioned a few times, the nature of the doubles game and the nature of the quick game where you're rotating more people onto the court constantly. Maybe winners stay on and a new team comes out, or four new people come out every time. Either way, you're constantly cycling people through, which leads to a baked in social fabric. You're playing with a teammate and you're probably having fun, and it's very low impact, and you might get to play with 4, 5, 6 other people within a 20-minute period, all of which you're going to have to communicate with because of the nature of pickleball. And so it's relationship building, it's team building, it's rapport building, it's experience building, and it's not forced, and it's not salesy, and it doesn't have any of those, natures, even if it's sponsored. And so that's reason number 4, super high engagement and networking value. And so the last reason number 5, that pickleball is just scorching hot and perfect for trade shows is that it is so shareable. It is so fundamentally photogenic, and it's fundamentally shareable, and it is a spectacle every time it's down in a trade show hall or at a convention, to those who knew it was going to be there and to those who did not know that it was going to be there. It is a spectacle and it is a shareable moment all the same. And one of the things that we've recognized in the 100 events or so that we've done is that because you can only fit 4 people on a court at a time, no matter how quick you cycle the games through, at these shows, you're going to get 10 to 20 to 100 times as many people who can come by and take a video of the court and take pictures of the court and send it to their friends who love pickleball, or send it to the executive in their company who plays pickleball. We see these things all the time. And so that shareability, combined with the spectacle nature of it, combined with the engagement and networking value, combined with how perfectly it fits in between all the other types of programming going on, and the size of the court and the ability to shrink it down and to fit small spaces, all of those things make it not only a great fit for a trade show, but a great fit for a sponsored element at a trade show. And that's what we are seeing, is that sponsors are lining up to get involved with pickleball, as they should be. And trade show organizers, smart trade show organizers, are bringing pickleball in as an additional sponsored asset for their trade shows and adding that to their larger sponsorship packages and improving everybody. It's a win across the board. And so we see this trade show landscape is evolving. We see and hear that attendees want experiences more than just demos and product pitches, and even free stuff, even though everybody loves that anyway. And so pickleball offers like the perfect combination of those things, of engagement, of inclusivity, of networking, and of sponsorship opportunity and shareability. And that's exactly why we created Pickleball Pop-Ups. We created this company to bring these incredible, fun, healthy, experience improving activations to events across the country and soon across the world. And it's also why dozens of companies are reaching out every single month, calling us, looking to bring pickleball to their events. And we have had clients say that, quote, "This is the best networking activity we have ever done at our company conference." And we also consistently have trade show attendees tell us that this is the coolest and the most fun and the best net activation, trade show activation that they've ever been a part of, that they've ever experienced. And so from both sides, we see that pickleball is just a home run when it comes to trade shows. And so from Our side, we like to make sure that companies who are looking for it barely have to lift a finger. And that's why we handle everything totally turnkey, from delivery and logistics to installation and setup, to the right equipment that you need for the event and how much of the equipment that you need, to the branded elements on the courts, on the barriers, on the backstops, on the nets, on the paddles. We can do all of those things, and we bring all of those things, including the event staffing and including the teardown and shipping out of there, to the table. Totally turnkey, A to Z. You want pickleball, you can snap fingers and get pickleball, and we handle it completely. And so whether you're planning a company retreat, a major conference activation like a trade show, or you're even, looking for something different to bring to your trade show booth, we've got you covered. And so if you're ready to serve up something unforgettable, pun intended, then check out us at pickleballpopups.com and let's see if we can totally transform and elevate your event experience.